Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do just kind of like a short little story time with you, if I can make it short. I tend to talk a lot. Just kind of like on my, chronic pain journey, how my chronic pain started. Mostly that will be like my first intro, and just a little bit about myself so you guys get to know me a little bit. I actually came over here from Christina Randall's video where she was talking a little bit about her chronic pain and things like that. And this is my first YouTube video ever, so please be nice. I've thought about starting a YouTube channel many times just because I have so many important things I think that need to be talked about and discussed in the world. But, I'm nervous, and my story is very personal. So, but I thought, I might as well just give it a go. So anyways, like I said, my name is Laura. I'm 36 years old. I am from Nashville, Tennessee, but I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I moved here when I was 20, so I have been a resident of Tennessee for 16 long and wonderful years. I love it here. I was a nurse when my chronic pain started, specifically an LPN. Sorry, I don't know if this lighting is good or bad or what. I'm new at all of this, but just bear with me, y'all. I was a CNA first, and then moved my way up to LPN, and I went to school for a year for my LPN degree and got that when I was about 25. And I worked really hard for that LPN degree. I mean, probably harder than I've worked at anything else in my life, up to that point. And I got some jobs, nothing that I really liked or, was passionate about, up until about 2 years after I'd been a nurse. And I actually got a job with my mom at a home health company as a nurse. And if y'all don't know what nurses do at home health companies, they go around from patient to patient's house, and they see patients that are bedbound, that can't leave and go to the doctor's office and things like that. So things that they need done, like B12 shots, IVs, medications, wound dressings, blood sugar checks, things like that, they will have a nurse come out and do that for them so they don't have to leave their house. So I did that for a year and a half, and I absolutely loved it. It was like, this is perfect. This is me. I wanted to go back to school to get my RN degree, and I wanted to work there at this specific home health company. And I thought it was all written out for me. I thought this is it. So anyways, I saw about 8 or 9 patients a day, and that takes about 8 or 9 hours, and that's not including drive time. And I had an area that was kind of out in the wilderness in the country, like, I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes it would take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour to get to one patient's house. So on this specific day, August the 8th, 2012, I was driving to see a patient of mine that I had seen, I'd say about 2 or 3 times a week, probably for about 6 months. I mean, I knew her pretty well. I knew her family very well. And I was at a complete stop because it was a 2-lane highway. So One lane of traffic going this way, the other lane of traffic going this way. My patient's house was on the left, right here, and I was driving in the right-hand lane. Well, I had to come to a complete stop, put my blinker on, my left-hand blinker, to let them know the people behind me I was turning left, and to wait for the traffic to clear this way. So as I was doing that and waiting for the traffic to clear, I just had kind of this little inkling like, you know, I feel like I should look in my rearview mirror for some reason. Not a good reason or a good idea. And I saw a big ass old truck barreling at me. And it was probably 5 or 6 seconds away from hitting me, and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it. I couldn't, you know, move to the side. I didn't have time to do anything. So what did I do? I grasped like this onto the steering wheel, just as tight as I could. And that is not what you're supposed to do when you're about to be rear-ended. But I didn't know. I just thought, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So the next thing I remember was my patient coming out to my car to check on me because she could hear the accident from her house because it was right across the street from her house. And she opened the door and gave me some water, and she looked at me, and I could tell just by looking at her. So me looking at her, looking at me, I could tell like something's just not right. So I pulled down the rearview mirror and looked, and I just had blood just all over my forehead, everywhere. And then my eyes and my cheekbones and my nose were already starting to bruise. And this had maybe only been 3 or 4 minutes since the initial impact. So, long story short, the ambulance came. They took me to the nearest hospital. My main complaint was of head pain. The airbag did not go off because it was a rear end hit, but my head and face did hit the side window, and that's where I got the injury to the face from. So I felt like I had the worst migraine I had ever had in my world, times 1,000. It was just the awfulest pain ever. And they checked me. My MRI was fine. Everything was fine. I was good to go. I learned that the lady that hit me was actually next door to me in the emergency room. Her and the man that were together when they hit me, and they were very intoxicated on alcohol and pills. So they told the police officer that they never even saw me. They never saw my brake lights. They never saw my turn signal. They never saw anything. And they were going, I would say, about 60, 65 miles per hour. So, I mean, it wasn't just a little hit. Once I saw my car, it was completely totaled, and the back end was smashed in. And if this was the car, the back end just accordioned up to where the only part that was left of my car was the front ends and the 2 front seats. So yeah, you can imagine. I'll try and figure out how to insert some pictures, and you guys can kind of get a better idea. So I basically just kind of want this channel to be about life, and you know, sometimes bad things happen to us that we don't expect. And you know, I haven't worked as a nurse for 7 years. I've been on disability, and I've been on disability since I was 29 years old, and that is just way too young. I have seen lots of doctors, been through lots of procedures, lots of medications, nothing has worked. They have tried Botox, ketamine infusions, I mean, anything you can think of, they've tried. I have what they call intractable migraines, which means basically I have migraines that are untreatable. So, yay for me, right? But I just kind of want to open a dialogue, and, you know, maybe some of you are struggling like I am, and right now I'm doing okay this minute, but I have pain every single day in my head, my neck, my shoulders, and my back. And I had a lot of other things happen too, a lot of other, you know, diseases and things come up that I'll go into later. But of course, when you're in chronic pain 24/7 and you're on lots and lots of medications, things happen and your body starts to shut down because it doesn't like working at that capacity, and I don't blame it. But I am doing better every day, and thank God for my therapist and my family. And I have a good outlook. I have a good outlook for the future. I think that one day things will be, you know, as back to normal as they can get. But I mean, what is normal, right? This is my new normal right now. And as long as I keep getting better, then I'm perfectly happy with that. So, if you guys are interested in hearing some more things, you know, some more story times about my injuries, things that happened, depression, lots of things have happened in these 7 years. I mean, lots of things. If you guys have stories that you would like to share, I can share like daily routines of how to do things when you have chronic pain. I love to do makeup, as you can see. I like fashion. I like dance. I like lots of things. So this channel can be whatever we want it to be. I just want to open up a dialogue with you guys and us be like one big family and have this be a safe place. Because what I have learned is that disability absolutely can be invisible. You don't have to be in a wheelchair, or you don't have to have an arm or a leg missing to be considered disabled, because I'm considered disabled. Do I look disabled? People would say no. But my body, inside my body, it would say, yes, bitch, you're disabled. So, you know, I want to take the stigma away from that, you know. There are such things as invisible illnesses, and I have quite a few of them. So I want this to be a safe space where we can talk amongst each other and ask questions and show pictures and talk and, you know, just do fun stuff. So if you guys are interested in this at all, I don't know if you will be, but maybe. I would love to help some of you out that are going through these things and are having trouble seeing light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, take a chance on me and hit that, what did they say? Hit the thumbs up button. And leave some comments down below and let me know what you thought about this video, or what's going on in your life, or, you know, anything you want to say at all. This is my first video, so be kind, please. I don't have cameras, I don't have equipment. I'm just sitting on the floor in front of my window in my house, so that's it. Hopefully I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Bye.